Dalton456 here with a little bit of a Jeep project. I don't know if this is on all 1997 to 2001 Cherokees. I know the older models have problems with the AC system, mainly the blower wiring harness melting and things like that. On my 2000, I had a similar issue where it kept melting the relay. Well, I could probably show you the harness actually. It kept melting the relay for the blower motor. And let's see, I don't know how well you can see it, but on this top pin right here, it had actually melted at some point, and I couldn't turn the blower off because the two pins had melted together. Well, long story short, I originally went to pull apart, and I was just going to get a whole new harness. So it had a new pigtail for the resistor, it had a new pigtail for the blower, and it would plug directly back in where it was supposed to plug in. What I ended up finding out was, in order to remove the blower harness, you have to remove pretty much the heater core and the air conditioning box and all that behind the dash. In other words, it's more hassle than I was willing to mess with. So, I came up with this idea. I ended up just buying a 30 amp fuel pump, universal fuel pump wiring harness from Jegs, and I'm going to use that to actually drive the blower using some of the factory wiring. Everything on the hot side is going to be replaced by this harness. This is all temporary. I still have to figure out where I'm going to wire in this circuit breaker and all that. But everything on the hot side is going to be new. It's replaced by this harness. And what I'm doing is I'm just tying in to the original ground, which, let me get that flashlight. As you can see, I cut a new pigtail, and I just kind of soldered the ground into the factory ground, whereas I soldered the power into the power for that relay harness up here. And then to switch on the harness, all I did, I came back and I found the signal pin on the original relay connector. And, you know, mind you, obviously I'm not running it this way. This was just to test it out and to prove it works. I'm going to just pull the signal out of that. And as you can see, let me go put that wire back real quick. Wiring it up this way using that relay harness, maintain speed control. And it also shuts off whenever you turn off the actual AC controls. So, this is just an idea. I think it's going to work out pretty good, and maybe it'll give you an idea as to how you can fix your blower if you're having this same problem. Now, one thing I would recommend doing is replacing the blower before you go through all this work. You're not going to be able to see in here. Let me get the flashlight again. Because I think what originally caused all of my issues was the blower itself. I know as they get older and the brushes wear, they end up drawing more amperage, but as you can see, this one, it had melted on the inside at some point. I don't know if it was before I got the Jeep or not, but yeah, replacing the blower was definitely a good first step. But yeah, until the next project or the next update, later.